Melanie Reist has her own law firm in Kitchener-Waterloo and is the leader of a group of men and women who meet every other week for prayer and friendship in that area. She is on the board and has become a very articulate spokesperson for Touchstone about her own discovery of spiritual friendship and how one becomes a better friend of God and how that then makes you a better friend to those who come across your path.
I feel very fortunate that I grew up in a home that introduced me to Jesus. But I feel also very fortunate that I was introduced to Touchstone at a place in my life that I was, because it has revolutionized my walk with Christ, and has made it something that even at this stage of my life is vibrant and exciting, and that I am drawn to on a regular basis to spend time. And not because it's a discipline and something I have to do as a checklist, but something that I now desire to do on a regular basis. And I think that is largely part of the journey that I've had with Touchstone. I think one of the lessons has been, and it's a hard lesson for somebody like myself who has chosen a profession as a lawyer, often where it's very much about control and being right and winning and being in adversarial positions, to realize that often the gospel message may call me to something a little different. It may call me to looking at things a little differently and trying to understand what might I be called to in this instance from a kingdom perspective. And it's not that I'm not still going to do the best I can do for my client, but that there are other rhythms that are moving in people's lives that I may be interacting with beyond simply the very straight and narrow legal issue. And I think it's brought a much broader picture to the work that I do and how I engage with people. So I suppose we might be seen as a little radical of a group, the KW crowd. So we started doing retreats pretty much right off the bat. It was certainly a new experience for me, and I think for most of the people in our group. The idea of dedicating a period of time, 2 days, to be with this small group, that there wasn't really a speaker, it wasn't a learning session, it was really about creating space in which you were silent, and with some guidance being provided with some tools. The teachings from the retreats, finding a space, finding a place that you go back to, that you can go to in silence and take time in deepening that relationship with God, and a way of reading the scripture and looking at the scripture and listening to what you might be hearing, where the spirit may be moving you at that particular time. Things like being in nature and taking time to be quiet before our Creator and listening to the voice of God through nature and through silence and through the scripture and through spiritual friendship with one another, and the growth that happens and the deepening that happens in our relationship with God and with our friends has been particularly valuable.